Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my Foundation Galactic Frontier content. So I guess if I'm going to make content on the game, I need to start the game. Golly. All right, guys, this is how it is. So I'm going to try to do two very important things in today's video. Okay. I'm going to try to push my Radiant missions, right? And I'm going to try to, right here is where you see the Radiant missions. You can see I'm on 5-6 right now. And then I'm going to try to push my Strikeback as well, because both of these things are super critical to the power on your account. And I'm going to talk about why and just kind of do some stuff with you guys. But first, I need you guys to do me a favor. Everybody, I need you to pray for me, okay? Because my wife is mad. She's pissed. I got up this morning and I immediately looked at my glory and I was like, ugh, I got beat back down in the glory rankings again. And I'm just not having it. So I decided to open up my wallet and throw down some dollar bills and spend a little bit of money today because I got to get some more power. And, you got to feed those developers and help fund the game so you can get a little bit more power sometimes. It's just how it is in these games. And my wife got mad, boy. She said, excuse me. She quickly told me, I told her, I said, hey, I just threw down some money on my game because I want to get some more power so I can get stronger, right? Totally legit in my mind. She told me how the cow eats the cabbage real fast. She said, excuse me. She said, eating is for our family is more important than your stupid video games. And I was trying to argue with her. I was like, no. I said, you don't understand. I got people that are needing to watch my content and I can't make content if I'm a scrub. And she didn't want to have it. She thought I was an idiot. She told me how dumb I was. I'm going to probably be doing the dishes for the next month straight to pay off my credit card bill. Because I dropped a couple hundos this morning. And it didn't even faze me, though, to do that. Because I love this game. I totally love this game. So it didn't even bother me to do that. But in her mind, that was not the way to be today. She quickly let me know that I screwed up and I, like I said, I tried. Oh, I got my new dude in there, my new perp dude. That's awesome. But I was trying to show her, my account and the game and stuff. And she didn't want no part of it. She just, but anyway, so I need y'all's prayers. And if anybody's got time, stop by and help me with the dishes once in a while, because I'm going to be doing the dishes for a long time to pay off my credit card bill. She's got me worked out on a plan right now that I do the dishes every day on the weekend when I'm off work. And I make $15 a week when I do dishes to go towards my credit card bill. And she said, and no more spending, she said. Throw that in there. But I had my fingers crossed behind my back because I wasn't having it. I wasn't having it. My gaming is very, very important to me. Give me something good. Golly. Well, I got 10 of him. That's pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, I had my fingers crossed behind my back. I was like, okay, baby, fingers crossed. She said, do you got your fingers crossed behind your back? And I was like, because, if you've been married very long, you know how it is. When they're the boss, they're the boss. And she quickly lets me know that. So she ain't afraid to tell me who the boss is. All right, enough of my family struggles. What we're going to do today is we're going to get in there and we're going to push this strikeback mission because there is some super sexy rewards here. Let's see what I get for this next milestone. Mountains of galactic coins. I'm going to get 2 million galactic coins if I can just pop through 1060. Okay. I'm at 1059 right now. Let's do that battle real quick. I'm at 266 fleet strength against like 20 something. So I should be able to bust through this real easy. Honestly, these little single escort missions, I just put on auto battle till I get to the next milestone area in the strike back. You need to be pushing your strike back. If you're not doing that, every single chance you get, you need to be pushing that strike back. Now, the content is kind of gated so that, and you know, I guess the developer's mindset on that is they want to keep us playing the game and not burning ourselves out, because a lot of people would probably do all the content they could and then get bored and quit. But this way, the way they gate the content by locking it behind eras and not allowing us to progress as fast as we would probably like, probably is a smart move because it keeps the players engaged longer. At least that's what it's doing for me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm finding that I feel like I'm more engaged for longer, and I always got something to look forward to around the bend, you know? Instead of me getting in here and doing like I normally would and just melting through content, and then whoop, after a week I'm done. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm bored. I'll move on to the next game. At least this way with the Traders era, it keeps me kind of looking towards that next turn in the story or whatever, you know? So we're on Trader era number 8 right now. We're waiting on this to tick down, and then we'll be able to get these rewards, and that will unlock some more strike back. I hope I'll be to the point to where I'm ready to advance at that point, but I don't know if I will or not because it's starting to get a little tough. I'm going to do this one right here though and see if I can beat it because I really need those 2 mil coins. I'm working on my flagships right now, and right now I'm at 20, 20, and 19. Okay. And I was talking to my boy Sprags last night. He was teaching me about the game. And he's one of my leaders in my guild, the BRB Coffee Guild. Greatest guild in the world, by the way. A little shameless plug for my guild. Sprags is like a beast. He's like top of the charts for everything. He's not to be messed with. And he was telling me about how to focus on my gram for me, where I'm at on my account. He said that's probably my smartest play. I've got my Demezerzel. I cannot say that word. I wish they could have come up with just a little bit easier name here. But anyway, I got my this one at 20. I got my gram at 20, and I've started the progress of leveling this one up. And then I got my opportunity at 19. I kind of wish I could get this one to 20 first before I really start just focusing on my gram. And I'm torn. I'm not really sure what to do with that situation because I don't know if it's just the completionist in me or if it's just ODD or whatever you call it, to where you just got to have everything just perfect. And I just can't deal with this being 19. I feel like I would feel so much better about it if it was 20 and then I could focus on my next ship. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dork. Maybe I'm just weird. It just bugs me. Oh my God, it just bugs me. But I guess I'm going to go ahead and just keep piling on level 20 on my gram and go to 21. And then I think I will jump back and do my opportunity real quick. I'm getting close to getting enough blueprints to be able to promote. And I think once I get the rewards from the event that we're doing right now, I think I'll get enough to be able to promote that one. I was able to promote this one time. I don't even remember how I got that many blueprints, but I just did somehow. Maybe it was a purchase. I don't remember. But the opportunity, I'm nowhere near. I'm like 7 of 100. For some reason, I don't get blueprints for this one very much. I don't know why. It just is a thing. But I'm going to go ahead and keep pushing this strike back until I get to the point that I can't advance, and then I'm going to go into the Radiant missions because there's such good rewards from all these. Okay, I'm 268 of 204. It says victory assured. So we'll see what happens here. I'm going to use the tactic that I normally use, and that's focus fire. I try to focus everybody on the same unit, and I feel like when I melt them down that way, it seems to work a little better for me. Okay, so I got everybody stacking up on me, so as soon as I kill this guy, I'm going to kind of back off a minute and make them chase me a little bit, and boom. Let's go. That seems to work really good for me as focus fire. I don't know if that's a thing or if I should just be running all over the screen, just constantly making them chase me, but it doesn't seem to work so hot when I do that. I've lost my mouse cursor. There it is. So now I want to make sure I'm on the guy that's had the most damage so I can melt him down. Okay, he's dead. Let's go to the next one. And it looks like I'm probably going to be okay with this battle without having to stress too hard about it. I don't know. Maybe. It looks I'm already taking quite a bit of damage on my main flagship. I may not survive this, even though it said it was guaranteed victory. Golly. I don't know. I may be struggling a little bit more here than I thought. We'll see. Maybe some people like to just stand still and just melt them down as they come, but I don't like to have too many of them stack up on me like that because I feel like it's worse when a bunch of them stack up on you. So I try to focus fire. In most games that I've played, focus fire usually is the most effective tactic if you have multiple units that you're dealing with when you're doing battles. If you have just one unit, it's not really a thing because you can't really focus fire when you only got one. But like in this battle, I have 3 units and I just lost one. So I want to always keep the focus fire on the unit with the lowest health and take them out as fast as possible. That way you've got less enemies beating on you. Okay, looks like I got this. So I was a little concerned there for a minute, but once I started to lose my gram because I thought I didn't have enough power to beat this, but I guess it works out. They must have focused on my gram. Maybe the game knows to focus on the strongest unit you have or something like that. I don't know. But this is cool. I got this one beat. I'll get this milestone. Sweet. All right, awesome. So let's claim those coins because I need those. Need those babies. Let's go spend them. Okay, I don't have them there. I got them here. Let's spend them. Boom, 2 million. Nice. Love them 2 millions. Oh, I want to click this one so bad. Oh my gosh, and that 2 million didn't even give me enough to give me the next level bracket on that. Goodness gracious. Well, I'm not going to leave it right there just hanging there. So I'm going to go ahead and boom, put some coins in, put some credits into it. Cuz I got a few credits in the bank. I had over 22,000 or something like that. So went ahead and spent a little bit just to get a breakthrough, you know. I need a breakthrough. So I'm going to go ahead and keep pushing. I'm 268 of 204. I should have this very easy. So on these single missions like this, if you haven't noticed, there's an auto battle function to where you can just let the game battle for you, and that's what I'm doing right now. But then there's also the auto process, which means it will take you through the levels if you'll allow it. Once you set that, it then shows that it's battling up here in the corner. You can go back in and watch it if you want to, or you can go about your business and go do other things. So that's actually pretty cool. In these type of games, I love some auto battle AI battling. Um, I never, about 5 or 6 years ago, I never would have thought I would say that because I was always in the camp of, oh my God, why would you let the game play for you? That's dumb. If I'm just going to let a game play for me, I might as well just watch somebody play on YouTube or whatever. But after I get to the place where I've been mobile gaming really heavily for the last 5 years or so, if you look on my channel, you'll see I've got content on Call of Dragons, Age of Empires Mobile, uh, just all kinds of different mobile games that are similar to this. City builders, hero collectors, hero builders, guild battlers, that kind of thing. And the more I play these style of games, the more I really get to where I really like this auto battle stuff. Maybe that's the Eastern influence in the games. I don't know where that really took a hold, but it seems like every mobile game has some kind of AI auto battling feature now. And I'm okay with it because what it's allowed me to do is reclaim a little bit of my life because, like right now, I could go work on the dishes to work off my credit card debt while this is counting down through these battles because I'm at a place where I can go through the next 9 without having to touch it. And if I wasn't recording a video, I'd be making a sandwich or doing the dishes or whatever. I don't have to sit here and watch this because I know what the outcome's going to be and just let the game do it for me so that I can stack up those rewards right there. You see those rewards. So that's really cool. And maybe that's something we'll talk about one of these days in depth as far as where does this AI battling, auto battling thing come from and examine that. Who knows? It's kind of a cool topic to think about. I think about that a lot, honestly, about why I have changed over the years. Because I'm somebody that's come from like PC gamer. About 30 something years ago, I started in a game called Ultima. Well, I got to take it farther back than that. Like 40 years ago, and I'm telling my age, God, I hate to do this, but like 40 years ago, I was doing Nintendo, Sega, Super Nintendo, Atari, that kind of stuff. I was a console gamer. Then computers came out. And I started about 30 something years ago in a game called Ultima Online. It was a massively multiplayer online, one of the first one that pretty much just defined the genre. And I was obsessed because I could play a game and now I'm running around on a server with other people. Oh my God, this is the coolest thing ever, I'm now actually playing with people. And I was hooked on that for like 20 years straight. I played nothing but MMOs. I went through all of them, UO, EQ, just you name them all. I tried them all. And I was constantly doing something in those games, being involved in communities or leading guilds. I've led like 100 different guilds. I'm too old and tired to lead any guilds anymore because it just takes too much time and too much work because now I like to focus on making content and I can't be tied down leading a guild and try to have time to make content. So I kind of gave that up a few years back. I think Dune Awakening was my last ever guild leader situation. I played a game called Dune Awakening. I've got like 88 videos on my channel about that game if you're interested. And I think that was the last time I'm ever going to run a guild. That kind of burnt me out on guild leading because that game was not designed well for guilds. It was a crap show. People stealing from the guild constantly and all kinds of nonsense. It just wore you out. And I decided no more guild leading. So I'm just going to be a great member from now on. And if you want to, you can watch my video I've got about why you should be in a guild in Foundation Galactic Frontiers because there's a lot of reasons to be in a guild in this game. They give you a lot of benefits and a lot of bonuses, and just the fact that you can be with other people is so cool. I think the developers really hit it out of the park with their guild design in this game. And there's a lot of features, granted, it's not revolutionary. There's a lot of features in the guild mechanics that are in all of these style games, but they did a really good job with it to make you stay engaged. So kudos to the developers on that. I really like what you've done with guilds. I think there could be just a little bit more tweaking on things like being able to see each other's contribution levels so you can kind of gamify your rankings, within the guild so that it gives players the incentive to strive to be better than the next guy. That's kind of something you need to focus on a little bit more, I think, developers. But all in all, the guild system they've got set up is really good. Okay, so where am I at? So if I return, I can see what level I'm at because I was talking and I completely lost myself here. Okay, 1068. I'll beat that one, beat this one, and then I'll try to do 70. I don't know how far I'll get, but let's try. So we'll kill this one. And you know what? I may have to end up just making this 2 different videos. I think that's what I'm going to do. This strikeback thing has went on so long, and the discussion we've had around this stuff has been so good that I think this video alone is going to be just pushing strikeback. And then I'm going to stop it and do my finishing processes, and then I'm going to start another one on pushing the Radiant missions, because these 2 things are some of your most critical activities that you need to do. They deserve their own special video, on each. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to push the strike back until I get to the point that I can't advance any farther, because I'm sure as heck not going to spend any more money today or this week, probably, because my wife would just divorce me if I did. So I'm pretty much tapped out on funds. So I'm going to push the strike back, and then I'm going to, once I get to the point that I get beat, I'm going to switch over to pushing Radiant missions. All right, so now here we are, 10 of 70. Let's do this. Come on, let's go. It says victory assured. We'll see what happens. A lot of times that rating doesn't always hold true from what I've seen. It just kind of depends on your optimization, really, is key in this game. And I would peel off and show you what I mean with optimization, but I don't want to leave the battle right now. I'm going to peel over here once he gets beat. Come down this way just a little bit and cause them to come at me. Come at me, bros. Come at me, escorts. Man, they're stacking up on me, though. I got to hurry up and get some of them killed or they're going to melt me down. Man, they're stacking. Sometimes I like to just bust right through them and make them kind of shift their plan. It allows them to get a lot of free hits on me when I'm rolling through, but honestly, I think it's a decent strategy. All right, focus fire, guys. Focus fire. Man. Take this guy down in the back. Boom. Let's get back a little bit. Back off of them. They're hurting my gram. Man, they really like to focus on that gram. I think the game codes itself in a way that it tells the enemies focus on the strongest one. Melt that one down. I mean, they are hitting all 3 at once, though, so they're not totally focusing, but I gotta figure out if I got the right one or not there. Whenever you click on the enemies, you'll see the little white circle come up around their head, and that way you can know which one you have targeted. Man, they got a little bit of strength left. I don't know if I'm going to be able to clear this or not. Trying to get that one, but I'm just not getting him targeted right. Oh, they took down my dude while I was goofing around. Man, I don't know. I don't know. This is going to be close. I don't know if I'm going to pull through this one or not. I don't think I am. I think they're going to take me down. Well, this may be where I stop the video because with as much power as they got left, I think I need to beef up just a little bit before I attempt this one again. See, that's what I was talking about the, the rating on there saying, oh, you got this, but you really don't. So, and maybe that's just because I suck with strategy. I don't know. But that's where I'm going to cut the video today. I got to 1070, and that's a pretty good stopping place because the video has already went on for like 26 minutes, and I don't like them to go too long because I don't like to lose people whenever they run out of attention span. So I just want to let you know that I really super appreciate you watching my content. If you guys haven't heard me say this before, you need to hear me now when I say that I appreciate every single one of you that are watching. I'm really trying hard to get the best content I can out there for this game and for the community. And every time you guys like or comment or subscribe, it greatly helps my account get pushed out to the algorithm so that my content can go out to more people. What does that do? Well, obviously, it helps me grow, which is good for me, and that's what I'm trying to do. But it also helps the community because the more people that see the content and hopefully like it, the more people will play the game. And then that means we all have more people to play with and interact with in the game. More people to help fund the developers so they can keep on developing and make the game more successful. So thank you for watching. It is the weekend, so get out there and have fun. Play this game. Have a good time. Be good to each other. I'll talk to you in another video about Foundation Galactic Frontier. Coming soon. Peace.